The San Francisco 49ers continue to show that they are dead serious about fixing one of the most glaring weaknesses of recent seasons: special teams. And today, that commitment came with a familiar face entering the building: Thomas Morstead. That's right, the veteran punter is heading to the Bay Area, and this move isn't just about depth or filling out the roster. It's a calculated, deliberate decision, and it has the fingerprints of new special teams coordinator Brant Boyer all over it. You don't bring in a guy with nearly 2 decades of NFL experience without a reason. And when you dig into Morstead's career, the logic becomes crystal clear. This is a player who has been through just about everything the league can throw at you. Drafted back in 2009, Morstead came out of SMU as a 5th-round pick by the New Orleans Saints. He's got that rare combination of experience, athleticism, and a championship pedigree. And when it comes to punters, longevity is a testament to talent and consistency. Not many last this long. Not many stay relevant this long. And yet here he is, still suiting up, still getting calls from teams that matter. The tweet he dropped this morning says it all. Grateful is an understatement. And in the photo, he's standing proud at Levi's Stadium, right in front of that massive Faithful to the Bay banner. You don't take that kind of photo unless you feel the weight of the moment. Morstead knows what this means. He's not here to ride the bench. He's here to contribute, to lead, and possibly to take over a job if health or performance issues persist with the current starter. Physically, Morstead's always been a standout at the position. At 6'4" and 225 pounds, he has the kind of frame and power that allows him to flip field position in a blink. And if you think punters aren't athletes, think again. Back during his pre-draft days, he ran a sub-5-second 40-yard dash, 4.88 to be exact. That's a big man moving fast. For a punter, that's freakish. And even now, years later, he's proven he can still get it done. Just last season, he was playing real snaps, doing real damage, and staying consistent. Let's be clear, this isn't just some sentimental signing of a veteran who had a good run. This is a player who won a Super Bowl with the Saints during that unforgettable 2009 season when New Orleans, still recovering from Hurricane Katrina, rallied around Drew Brees and Sean Payton to bring the city its first Lombardi trophy. Morstead was a key part of that run. And in 2012, he was named 2nd team All-Pro and made the Pro Bowl. That kind of recognition doesn't happen by accident. Now, at 39 years old, you might be asking the obvious question: what does this mean for Mitch Wishnowski? The Aussie punter, a former 4th-round pick back in 2019, has been the Niners guy for a while now. His college career was legendary. He won the Ray Guy Award in 2016 as the best punter in the country and was a unanimous All-American. But last season told a different story. After not missing a single game in his career up to that point, injuries hit hard. A back issue and a knee problem sidelined him, and when he did play, he wasn't right. The numbers backed it up. He posted the lowest net average of his entire career. And now here comes Morstead. That alone tells you everything you need to know. With organized team activities underway and the team back on the practice field in Santa Clara, bringing in another punter of Morstead's caliber is a direct signal that Wishnowski is either not healthy or not reliable at the moment. You don't make this move unless you're seriously concerned about your current situation, and based on last year's issues, who could blame them? But Morstead isn't arriving alone. His signing is just the latest in a wave of special teams-focused moves San Francisco has made this offseason, all under the watchful eye of Brant Boyer. Since taking over from Brian Schneider, Boyer has put his stamp all over this unit. And that's not surprising. Boyer is known across the league as one of the most respected special teams coordinators out there. He survived multiple regime changes with the New York Jets. And that kind of continuity in the NFL is rare. Coaches come and go all the time, but Boyer stuck around. That means something. And guess what? Morstead knows Boyer well. They worked together with the Jets over the last 2 seasons. So did Greg Joseph, another special team signing by the Niners this offseason. That familiarity matters. It means the transition will be smoother, the expectations are already established, and the trust is there. Boyer knows what these guys bring, and they know what he demands. That's synergy you can manufacture. Kyle Shanahan has heard the criticism year after year. Fans and analysts have pointed out the weak link in San Francisco's game. The third phase, the forgotten one, special teams. And during his postseason press conference, when asked about why the unit had underperformed, Shanahan pushed back. He defended the staff and the process. But actions speak louder than words. And this offseason, those actions have been loud and clear. From free agency to the draft, nearly every move has been about fixing that weak link. They've brought in players with strong special teams resumes. They drafted guys who have a history of excelling in that area. And when Junior Bergen, one of the most electric punt returners in recent college football memory, was available late in the draft, Boyer and his staff reportedly pounded the table to get him. You don't get that kind of passion from coaches unless they believe a player can genuinely shift the tide. And they're not wrong to be urgent. Because over the past few seasons, special teams errors have cost the Niners games, plural. In the regular season, in the postseason, there have been critical breakdowns at the worst possible moments. Fake punts allowed, costly penalties, muffed returns, missed field goals. The stats are damning. Since Shanahan took over in 2017, their special teams DVOA has hovered near the bottom of the league. In 2024, they were second to last. 2023, 25th. In 2022, they managed to climb to 15th, but in 2021, they dropped all the way to 26th. You get the pattern. A few flashes, but mostly struggles, and those struggles have had ripple effects. A bad punt here, a missed kick there. Suddenly the defense is backed up, or the offense has to drive the length of the field. It adds up. And for a team with legitimate Super Bowl aspirations, those margins matter. You can't afford to have one unit dragging the others down. That's where Boyer comes in. His special teams units in New York weren't perfect, but they were consistently competitive. In 2023, they ranked 11th in EPA. In 2022, 13th. Those are respectable. Playoff level numbers. And remember, this is with the Jets. Hardly a juggernaut franchise over the last decade. In fact, over his full tenure with New York, from 2016 to 2024, Boyer's units were tied for second in total touchdowns, second in blocked punts, and fifth in total special teams points scored. That's not just good, it's elite. He helped players like Braxton Berrios and Andre Roberts earn All-Pro honors as return specialists. He helped develop Jason Myers, who went to the Pro Bowl in 2019. And his overall philosophy is just different. He brings energy, he brings accountability, he makes special teams matter. And that culture shift is exactly what this team has needed. What stands out about Brant Boyer's approach is that old school mentality infused with a modern intensity. He doesn't treat special teams as an afterthought or a chore that players have to endure. Instead, he pushes a mindset that this phase of the game is just as physical, just as important, and just as competitive as offense or defense. He constantly tells his players, this is a violent game played by men. Special teams are one-on-one matchups 90% of the time, and it's going to be you or him, and it better be you. That message, raw and simple, has resonated with the players because it demands accountability but also empowers them. It's about winning your battle every snap. There's no hiding behind complex schemes or fancy formations. It's pure, intense football. That kind of mindset is exactly what San Francisco's special teams have lacked in recent years. Under previous coordinators, there was a sense that special teams was a punishment unit, something players dreaded. Ryan Schneider, the coordinator before Boyer, never really captured that fire or respect. The difference now is palpable. You can see it in practice. You can hear it in interviews. Boyer, Shanahan, and defensive coordinator Robert Saleh all bring that old school football vibe. Gritty, hard-nosed, energetic. They demand physicality and toughness from every player, and they expect their specialists to perform under pressure. This philosophy aligns perfectly with the culture Kyle Shanahan is building across the entire team. Shanahan may not be a rah-rah type of coach, but his passion for the game runs deep. He expects excellence and discipline, and he surrounds himself with coaches like Saleh and Boyer who share those standards. The energy these coaches bring helps players buy in and push harder, not just on offense and defense, but on special teams too. When all three phases are locked in, the team becomes a nightmare to beat. Looking back at the numbers during Boyer's Jets tenure offers a glimpse of what San Francisco fans can expect if he's allowed to fully implement his system here. His units tied for second in total touchdowns scored on special teams, which is huge. Special teams touchdowns can flip momentum instantly and change the course of games. His teams were also second in blocked punts, which speaks volumes about the aggression and execution he demands. Getting pressure on the punt team and forcing mistakes is a specialty of Boyer's. And finally, ranking tied for fifth in special teams, points scored means consistent production, week in and week out. During his time in New York, Boyer coached players who blossomed under his guidance, including Braxton Berrios and Andre Roberts, both of whom earned first-team All-Pro honors as return specialists. 3 other players, Justin Hardy, Roberts again, and kicker Jason Myers, made Pro Bowls while under his coaching. That kind of player development is exactly what the 49ers need. They're not just bringing in bodies. They're building a unit where players understand their roles and feel supported to perform at their best. Morstead fits perfectly into this vision. He's been a professional through and through, showing leadership and consistency that younger players can learn from. Having been a part of a Super Bowl winning team and earning All-Pro honors, Morstead brings credibility and calm to the position. His presence alone could elevate the entire special teams unit. He's the kind of player who thrives under pressure and knows how to control the flow of the game with a well-placed punt that flips field position. That skill is invaluable, especially for a defense that's been reshaped and looking to make big plays. But there's more to this signing than just special teams. It's also about signaling to the locker room that no position is safe and no unit will be taken for granted. With Morstead competing directly with Wishnowski, the message is clear. Performance and health matter, and the team will do whatever it takes to improve. Competition breeds excellence, and that's exactly what the 49ers want in every phase. Looking at the broader context, this move is part of a bigger strategy. The offense is mostly intact, with key starters returning and expectations high for another strong year. The defense has been overhauled with fresh faces and new schemes under Saleh. Now, with Boyer leading special teams and bringing in trusted veterans like Morstead and Joseph, the 49ers have completed the puzzle. It's about balance, making sure every aspect of the team pulls its weight, especially in close games where special teams mistakes have cost dearly in the past. Last season's special team struggles were hard to ignore. The unit made costly errors that directly affected outcomes. Penalties at crucial moments, failed fake punts, missed field goals, and muffed returns. Jake Moody, the kicker, had an inconsistent year that put extra pressure on the coverage and return teams. These mistakes snowballed and left the coaching staff and fans frustrated. But now, with a fresh approach and a coordinator who lives and breathes special teams, there's genuine hope that this will change dramatically. The 49ers' commitment to special teams goes beyond just personnel. Boyer's philosophy is about building a culture where playing on special teams isn't a punishment or a secondary role. It's a point of pride. It's where players can make their mark and help the team win. That kind of cultural shift can be the difference between a mediocre unit and one that consistently creates game-changing plays. Kyle Shanahan's offense has set the standard for the team, and Robert Saleh's defense is expected to rise. Now, the third phase finally has a leader who can bring that same level of excellence. It's an all-hands-on-deck approach, and Boyer is the catalyst. His fiery speeches, his demand for physicality, and his emphasis on one-on-one battles will push players to elevate their game. It's a return to fundamental football, tough, fast, and relentless. This approach could turn the special teams unit from a liability into a weapon. And with veterans like Morstead and Joseph joining younger talents who are hungry to prove themselves, the potential for growth is huge. The Bay Area faithful have every reason to be excited. After years of frustration in this phase of the game, it looks like the 49ers are finally ready to turn things around, and Thomas Morstead's arrival is just the beginning. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. por de los 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Rumors are swirling in the NFL world as a surprising tension reportedly brews within the San Francisco 49ers locker room. Christian McCaffrey, the star running back for the 49ers, is said to have made a bombshell statement about his teammate, Brandon AIYUK, suggesting that he doesn't like having AIYUK on the team. This revelation, if true, could shake up the dynamics of a team that has been aiming for Super Bowl glory. According to sources close to the situation, McCaffrey's remarks were far from subtle, sparking whispers and speculation among fans and analysts alike. The two players have been teammates since McCaffrey's arrival in San Francisco, but it appears their relationship might not be as smooth as the public had imagined. The reasons behind McCaffrey's alleged dislike of AIYUK remain unclear, but insiders suggest it could be related to on-field chemistry, attitude, or even competition for the spotlight. This potential rift comes at a sensitive time for the 49ers, who are trying to maintain a united front after a season filled with highs and lows. McCaffrey, known for his versatility and high work ethic, has been a cornerstone of the 49ers offense, while AIYUK has shown flashes of brilliance as a wide receiver, making the team's offensive unit one to watch. However, if the tension between these key players escalates, it could impact team morale and performance. Fans have taken to social media debating the possible fallout of this rumor. Some argue that internal conflicts are common in competitive sports and can even fuel better performance, while others fear it could signal deeper issues within the 49ers locker room. Coaches and management have yet to publicly address the situation, adding fuel to the speculation fire. Whether McCaffrey's supposed disdain for AIYUK will lead to changes in the roster, shifts in playing time, or even trade rumors remains to be seen. For now, the NFL community watches closely, eager to see if this rumor will be confirmed or dismissed in the coming weeks. One thing is certain, the 49ers' internal dynamics just became a hot topic, and this unexpected drama could be the story that defines their upcoming season. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.